What is up, everyone? It's good to see you today. Thanks for joining us on tonight's episode. I don't know if I really want to call it episode or whatever you want to call it. Tonight, I want to talk about your life and your mind and taking captive your thoughts. So let's go. Life, faith, Jesus. So tonight's thing is pretty self-centered, like self-centered. we don't want to be self-centered, I promise. You don't want to be self-centered. Tonight's we're going to be talking about taking control of your thoughts. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. And I know I've been talking about this a lot because it's been something that's been on my mind. And I'll tell you why here in a little bit. But I want to start off with a quote that I just keep reminding myself over and over and over again. Is from Pastor Craig Groeschel's new book, Winning the War in Your Mind. I have it in the description below, the link, if you want to go check it out. But this is what he says. It says, the direction of your life is always moving in the direction of your strongest thought. The direction of your life is always moving in the direction of your strongest thought. So with that in mind, which direction is your thought going? Where is your thought going? Because where your thoughts are going, your life is going to go. If you have positive thoughts, your life is going to have a more positive thing. If you have negative thoughts, your life is going to be a little bit more negative. No, I'm not talking about if you're going to be like, I was watching a video earlier and they're like positive affirmations. I'm not talking about positive affirmations, okay? If someone doesn't like me, someone doesn't like me. Me saying everyone's going to like me isn't going to make everyone going to like me. That's not going to happen. What I'm talking about is if you're always focusing on the negative in life, then where do you think people don't always, where you think you're always going to go? You're always going to go into the negative. That's just what you're made. So before I get started though, what is the song that gets stuck in your head? What is the song that gets stuck in your head? As soon as I said that, the song that got stuck in my head was Celebrate Good Times. Come on. Mm-hmm. All right, I'm not done singing more. I will gladly stop singing because I know I'm terrible at it. But what's the song that gets stuck in your head? That's something that happens on a consistent basis in your life. Wherever your strongest thought is going, that's what's going to happen. That song gets stuck in your head over and over and over again. And I just want to go over two quick verses with you tonight that will remind you to take captive your thoughts. Take captive your thoughts. Okay. The first one is easy. The first one is this, Philippians 4:8. And majority of us know it. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure. Whatever of these things, fix your thoughts on these. Now, I'm paraphrasing here, but the picture says it all, okay? And the second one, though, that I want to talk about, can you feel the love tonight? Oh, yes, too much Disney in this house. The second one that I want to talk about is this one right here. This is my main focus tonight, is we take captive every thought to make it obedient to Christ. 2 Corinthians 10:5. Now that verse goes a little bit longer, and I'm going to read the whole thing to you from 4 to verse 6. Okay, 2 Corinthians 4-6. And it says this: the weapons we fight with are not the weapons of the world. On the contrary, they have divine power to demolish strongholds. We demolish arguments and every pretension that sets itself up against the knowledge of God, and we take captive every thought to make you obedient to Christ. And we will be ready to punish every act of disobedience once your obedience is complete. That's a pretty strong statement that Paul is saying right there, isn't it? We take captive every thought and make it obedient to Christ. I say this, guys, because a lot of times in our lives, myself included, is we have to take captive our thoughts. We have to take captive what's going on in our lives. For me, the thought that I always have to take captive of is I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I have another video about that I'll put right up here in the card. But I'm not good enough. And that's the thought I have to take captive and say is only through Christ that gets me through it. I am a child of God. I am good enough in God's eyes. And it doesn't even matter. I may not be perfect in God's eyes, but He loves me nonetheless. And that's what I mean by taking captive your thoughts. If I constantly focus on, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, I'm not good enough, what do you think I'm not going to think? I'm not good enough, which I may not be. I have my flaws, I have everything. But I'll tell you right now is I'm good enough. It's time you start taking captive your thoughts in your life. Don't sit back and just like let nothing happen. Take captive your thoughts. As always, guys, it's time to be different. It's time to live different. You have a good night.